This video is really late, isn't it? I wanted to talk about Jordan Subban, and he's not a player that I haven't talked about before. The most previous video that I made talking about Jordan Subban was the video about the Vancouver Canucks trading Subban to the Kings in exchange for NHL center Nick Dowd. And I say NHL center because Subban was an AHL defenseman. At the time of the trade, everyone was like, well, we traded an AHLer for an NHLer, that's an automatic win. And seeing as Jordan Subban didn't end up staying with the LA Kings and instead signed a free agent deal with the Toronto Maple Leafs organization, it's safe to say that this Kings-Canucks trade probably won't be one for the record books anytime soon. With that being said though, I wanted to give this video as somewhat of an overview of what we can expect with Jordan Subban as he comes into the Marlies system, because I am a Leafs fan. But as a primary Vancouver Canucks fan, this is a video that I think I could definitely lend some advice to. Because Jordan Subban is the guy who PK said himself, yeah, he's better than me, which a lot of NHL players say that about their younger brothers, but Jordan Subban is a player who at 23 years old still hasn't found himself a stable crack at an NHL lineup. He's played the entirety of his pro career in the AHL. A total of 85 points in 184 games and 31 goals. And his last season with the Vancouver Canucks wasn't really a significant one. 16 total games played and 5 assists before he got traded to the LA Kings. And the thing is, he was actually scratched by the Utica Comets coach quite a bit, and he missed out on a ton of Comets games because he just wasn't playing. And the prime scapegoat for this was just everything that Subban did away from the puck wasn't necessarily all too good. His defensive awareness and positioning wasn't defined and toned, which is why he wasn't even being given the opportunity to play for the Vancouver Canucks in the first place. On top of that, in his most recent Canucks-related season, he wasn't producing offensively either. He only notched 5 points in 16 Comets games in his last Canucks-related season. The season before that, in 65 Utica Comets games, Subban got 36 points and 16 goals, which was great. But going over to the LA Kings system after getting traded, he played 36 more games with the Ontario Reign, grabbed himself 4 goals and 8 total points. That wasn't enough to incite the Kings to sign him again, and he was a free agent and he signed with Toronto. And now he's in a position where he's going to be given different opportunities to succeed with the Marlies most preferably. Because he is small, 5'9", 174 pounds. But we gotta understand here that the reasons he never made the NHL are the reasons that are still slowing him down today. If the Marlies development coaching staff is able to develop Subban into a player like a Calle Rosen or a Hall, or with the defensive capabilities of a Liljegren, then props, mega kudos. That would be the ultimate savior of Jordan Subban's career. Because, I'm going to tell you this, at the end of last season, a lot of Canucks fans, and I think maybe even Kings fans, would all have this apparent united idea that Subban most likely wouldn't be an NHLer ever. But this is an opportunity for rebirth. This is a renaissance particularly, because it's his hometown team. They've got a great staff over there that develops fantastic AHL quality defensemen, and if there's a team that I believe could pull Subban out of that hole that's been dragging him down, I believe it could be the Marlies system over here. And I, for one, really want him to succeed. When he was drafted in 2013, I was like, yeah, this guy along with Horvat and Shinkarik, these are the future Canucks captains and alternate captains of the future. And yeah, the future, it was all future back then, but nobody really turned out well other than Bo Horvat. But nowadays, Subban is a personality that I really do want to see succeed. But we really need to hold our horses here, because he's going to need to put in a ton of work in order to get himself out of this rut that has put him in a position to get scratched multiple times by the Comets. And in this rut that's only limited him to only 8 points in 36 Ontario Reign games, especially based on the fact that he got 36 points in 65 games just one season ago. So when it comes to Jordan Subban, ultimately, Leafs fans, we have to be cautious. And the expectations shouldn't be too high. I know that PK said that Jordan was better than PK, but hold your horses right there. We just gotta take this a step at a time, and wait, and visualize how things are going to progress going through 2018-19. Hope you guys enjoyed this video plus Shank Gaming, and bye.